In order to take full advantage of the power of digital production control, you must partner your efforts of tracking the percentage of work complete with that of tracking the hours it took to complete that work. This is where timekeeping comes in. On the Timecard tab, you're able to enter the time it took for site employees to complete each labor activity according to the labor cost codes that were originally established in QuickBid. This process is a key element for helping you identify production delays and estimating inaccuracies. To get more familiar with the layout of this tab, take notice of the fact that this tab is split into two main areas. On the left, you have the Employee Navigator. This grid automatically populates with the employee records you entered on the Work Crew tab as you originally set up the job in DPC. On the right, you have the Time Data Entry area. This is where you'll actually select the labor cost code you'd like to track, and then subsequently enter the number of hours dedicated to that task for the day or days you are tracking. Be aware that both the foreman and the project manager may enter time here, though most often this task is completed by the foreman and then sent to the project manager via a digital production control change file. Before we jump into how you actually enter this time, let's go over the controls you have across the top of the Timecard tab. Starting on the left, you have the calendar control. It's here that you will choose the day for which you are tracking labor. Keep in mind that you do not have to track labor daily. You can certainly track labor every Friday and track hours in terms of weekly totals, or simply total up a couple of days' worth of hours under one day, as you see here on June 5th. But keep in mind, the more often you track labor, the more clearly you will be able to analyze a true picture of the production on your work site. Next, while your work crews are typically set up within the bid's cover sheet, you may still add new employees at any time using the Work Crew button. Simply click on the plus sign and add them here. You may likewise add a new labor cost code if you need to account for any unexpected labor while the project is already underway. The Options menu allows you to choose how to display the information on this tab, such as grouping your work crew by payroll class as we've done here below, or customizing how you display the labor cost codes by showing only cost codes you've percented labor for, or only cost codes with hours. And below that, you can actually export this data to a CSV file tracking 1 day's labor at a time. Moving our focus over to the right-hand side of the tab, you do have a work area selector that helps you ensure that you are tracking labor against the applicable bid areas that you have created. In this case, you choose Floor 2 or Floor 3. The Done Escape button allows the foreman who is using a tablet PC to end his or her time entry. Usually this act is done by simply clicking Enter, but that function is not always available on a tablet. The next button will be Post or Approve, depending on whether you are using the program with a project manager license or that of the foreman. It will also depend on the current status of the time card, which could be active, posted, or approved.